Crucial meeting of the Prime Minister's Brexit War Cabinet is taking place this very afternoon, with ministers split over the UK's future customs arrangement. Let's go live to Labour MP, former Trade Minister Gareth Thomas, who is in Westminster for us. Hi, Gareth. Thanks for joining us on Sky News this afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's what the people voted for. They want us out.
Well, I don't think the people of this country actually voted on whether to pull out of the customs union. It was never really a central feature of the debate about whether to stay in or to leave. And I think as people are beginning to see the difficulties that leaving the customs union would envisage, real difficulties for business, the reimposition of a hard border potentially in Northern Ireland, and huge queues again at ports, people are, I think, beginning to really worry about where Theresa May and her government are at in terms of the customs union.
That's the fault of politicians, then, is it not, for not explaining what the major issues or some of the major issues were ahead of that referendum?
Well, those of us who voted for Remain were trying to explain some of the difficulties for British business and for jobs that leaving the European Union would cause. I mean, there is still the option for Theresa May, if she wanted to change course, of staying in the customs union and indeed staying in the single market. We would still have left the European Union, but it would avoid some of the real difficulties for businesses that are going to flow from leaving the customs union in particular, but also from leaving the single market.
We were chatting to Chuka Ramuna, one of your colleagues, a little bit earlier on today, and he says basically it all boils down to what's going to happen as far as the Ireland border is concerned, and that is potentially an explosive issue, and I choose that word guardedly, but he said we could see a reigniting of troubles if that border becomes a firm border again.
Well, I think there are real concerns about what a hard border in Northern Ireland would mean. But there are also, I think, real concerns amongst those communities who live around ports like Dover and Folkestone about if we pulled out of the customs union, would it mean longer for lorries to get through customs, and would there therefore be big long queues on motorways and in the areas around those ports? And then for business, real concerns about the impact of those delays on their ability to get their goods to market and the resulting costs. So I think it is critical what's the issues in terms of the customs union for Northern Ireland, but it matters an awful lot for businesses and therefore for jobs in this country and for those communities around the ports of Britain too.
Clock's ticking. We are running out of time here in the United Kingdom. There is a school of thought that suggests that we will continue to kick this issue down the road for some significant time to come, and Brexit will not happen next March, with the final deadline being at the end of 2020. Do you agree?
Well, I think it's a real worry that 6 months out from when Parliament is supposed to be able to have a meaningful vote on the deal that Theresa May should have negotiated by then, that we still don't even know what type of customs partnership or customs arrangement she wants the European Union to agree to. So that is a concern. We haven't really heard what she's proposing on the single market in terms of access there either. So it is a worry that she's taking so long to reach agreement on some fairly basic questions.
OK, good to talk to you, Gareth Thomas. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on Sky News this afternoon. Thank you.